Hare Krishna, guys. Jai Shri Ram. So, guys, as we all know that we finished watching Secret Invasion by Marvel Studios, and what the hell, what in the world was that? Actually, I want to review that show, but to be very honest, ladies and gentlemen, I'm kind of confused. What should I say? Because I'm not understanding one single thing about that show. I'm unable to catch up with what is going on exactly. So, I mean, I think maybe I'll have to check out all the previous movies and other shows as well to connect with Secret Invasion, or I because or maybe hope not, because Secret Invasion is just completely different than what we have seen in rest of the Marvel shows and movies. Uh, After so many things being revealed, they killed off Agent Hill. Spoiler alert, obviously. They killed off Agent Hill, which was not expected. In the very first episode, they did that. They killed off Talos' character. No, Taylor was obviously that was a Skrull. Obviously, the real guy is still alive. Uh, Rhodey was a Skrull for quite a long time. Some people are saying that he was a Skrull since the Infinity War. So actually, Rhodey doesn't know that Iron Man is dead. I have to watch a lot of other reviews from other people about what is going on exactly. Nick Fury becomes an asshole. Sucks saliva out of a Skrull's mouth. Female Skrull. That was the most disgusting scene at the end. I mean, there was so many illogical things and unnecessary things that went throughout all the 6 episodes. Just a small, each and every episode, just a 41 minutes. Regular industry standard time, I believe, standard thing it is. I believe that because majority of this of their shows, are, especially on OTT platforms, are of 41 minutes, 41 to 45. So I'm expecting that is the industry standard, but only 6 episodes with giving nothing other than Nick Fury and the Skrulls. You don't have Agent Hill to assist him. You just have Olivia Colman, who, by the way, is a badass, sexy, beautiful lady in this one as Sonia. She was amazing. I loved her character. She was quick in her action. I mean, it is really great to see such an amazing actor like Olivia Colman in this one. She's an Oscar Award winner after all. So yeah, it was a great honor to see her. That's one lovable aspect. Emilia Clarke was a great performer, definitely. But the ending that she got again, the wokeness of Marvel doesn't end. Like strong female lead has to be there. She just sucks up. She has Drag, she has Hulk, she has Thor, she has Marvel, she has who else? She has the ghost chick from the Ant-Man and the Wasp. She has every other Guardian of the Galaxy. She has every other Avenger inside her. Just she has everything. She is just everything. Shit. I mean, it's crazy to see something like that, and I'm not appreciative of it much. I don't know what Emilia Clarke thinks of being a strong female lead. I have not seen any kind of interview or outcome from her about this one. But as well as she's pretty in this show, it looked like she has lost a tons of weight. She looks small and slim for no good reason. I mean, showing such a healthy chick so slim. Because in Game of Thrones, you've seen her. Obviously, she was naked in that, but you've seen her. She was a slim, thick person. She wasn't a complete slim person. But here, you just don't see her much. I mean, it looks like she has not eaten food for quite a few days for shooting that every episode. And she used to go on a hunger strike for 10 days almost without food, just staying on water. And like, yeah, let's just do it episode. Yeah, I'm gonna stay hungry. I'm gonna look slim for a strong female lead. That shit. But anyways, talking shit. But here it is. New Rockstars have come out with what the fuck happened with Secret Invasion. Yeah, people have hated the show. Even Rotten Tomatoes has given that show only 13% of rating. 13% score. Bah. Athu. What went wrong? It's a big long 10 minutes video. I don't know who's going to break down this episode. So let's just dive into this episode by New Rockstars. Let's react to it and discuss with it what we are going to do. I think you can take this as a short review of me for Secret Invasion. I don't think I should make any other video about this this idiotic show. Let's just dive into this reaction and see what they have broken down, because I think I've not seen yet the episode wise breakdown of the show. I think I should check it out as well, and I'm going to check out other reviews of the other people as well. So let's just dive into this.
Welcome back to New Rockstars. I'm Eric Voss, and Marvel's Secret Invasion reached its finale with the lowest score from critics in Marvel Studios history, with episode 6 receiving only 13% on Rotten Tomatoes. Now, yes, I am no fan of the way Rotten Tomatoes calculates these scores, but from a qualitative temperature check in the days since the finale, Secret Invasion just seems to have left a universally sour taste in the mouths of viewers, which seems to come from a disappointment over characters like Maria Hill, Talos, and Soren killed off with really no sense of resolution to those deaths in the finale, questions left unanswered with how long exactly Rhodey has been a Skrull, some inconsistency with the characters of Gravik and Gaia's decision making, and Gaia's new insane power set at the end of the series, and really just what we're supposed to take away from the focus on Nick Fury's marriage, and in general, all these missed opportunities to do a live action Secret Invasion and a Skrull storyline over 4 years of MCU history that just ends like this. Look, I'm not here to do a hate video. Overall, I enjoyed watching this series and I had a pretty good time with it. For a more specific review, you can check out me and Maud Garrett's criticisms in our finale review on the break room, and I did a deeper analysis of each scene in my Easter egg breakdown. But here in this video, I want to look back on the whole series and analyze what went wrong with Secret Invasion, the challenges it faced, the real reason I think we feel disappointed, and I really want to try to clear up some of the bad takes going around about how the sausage is really made. Like, for example, the strike had nothing to do with this. And yes, there is a strike from SAG-AFTRA and the WGA right now, and SAG has informed us that entertainment journalists like New Rockstars are allowed to cover movies and TV shows. We just want to appreciate how hard it is for writers and actors to work under these conditions and how they deserve fair pay. There were some great moments of artistry in Secret Invasion. Let's not overlook those. Specifically, the acting of Olivia Colman, Don Cheadle, Samuel L. Jackson, Charlene Woodard, and everyone else in the cast. And ultimately, I do think some amazing bits of dialogue were written. It was just the context around that dialogue that didn't hit with us. And let's start by saying that Secret Invasion has not disappointed fans out of a sense of Marvel fatigue, in my opinion. I'm not even sold that there is a Marvel fatigue or a superhero fatigue after 2 of the biggest movies this summer were Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 and Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, and Marvel fans, from what I can tell, still seem pretty excited about the upcoming titles. I'm also hesitant to blame the writing. Now, I know a lot of you are like, come on, dude. And I will admit that, yeah, there were some major issues with Secret Invasion's episode structure, its internal logic, and the character arcs. Like, it's probably a weird sign how the episode runtimes vary so much in length. Some people say that they wish that they had more episodes. I honestly think they could have done with less. Like, in the 6 episodes of the series, you could have made one killer 2-hour film. But talking about some of the specific choices in the scripts this season, yeah, it does not feel great that Maria Hill was killed off and didn't at all motivate the final conflict of the series, or that Soren was killed off on screen, or that the real Nick Fury, the hero of the series, had less of a relationship with the villain than did Gaia, who's a 2-tier protagonist who spent the season waffling with her stances and suddenly took over in the final battle. And it doesn't feel great that the big twist of the series, that Rhodey was a Skrull, was learned by Nick Fury at some point off screen between episodes. It doesn't feel great that the best moments of dialogue of the season occurred between 2 known characters we thought, Fury and Rhodey, Fury and Gravik, but then we learned just really occurred between Skrulls bullshitting about their histories. But here's the deal, I wasn't in the writer's room of this series. I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of the people who wrote on the show would feel the same way. I think TV writers often have to make sacrifices and surrender battles to a bigger studio vision and notes. So instead, I just want to focus on some more external evidence-based reasons that the studio struggled with Secret Invasion in particular. At the very least, think about it. Secret Invasion could have been Marvel's Andor or Marvel's Peacemaker. Both of them less reviewed, but well-liked and extremely well-executed seasons of television. Espionage stories set in heavily IP-driven worlds. Peacemaker was a better Secret Invasion storyline than Secret Invasion was. So to this end, I think Marvel Studios struggled to overcome 3 challenges in particular when it came to Secret Invasion. Number 1, we've talked about before, what I call the scale dilemma. In an investigation I did on the Deep Dive channel, I broke down how in 2019, when Marvel only made 2 to 3 movies a year, there was only 7 hours and 14 minutes total of MCU content to account for. In 2021, that expanded to 34 hours and 42 minutes across 4 films and 5 Disney Plus streaming series, and then in 2022, 22 hours and 142 minutes across 3 films, 3 Disney Plus series, and 2 special presentations. Now, to be clear, I don't think any of us are complaining about having too much content, but since Marvel in particular depends on all of these storylines interconnecting in the same universe, it's just harder and harder to do that when you want all of these titles to also have distinct tonal variety and unique stakes. Secret Invasion has to take place in a world where Tiamat is poking out of the ozone layer, and Captain Marvel's power set is supposed to be uniquely tied to an upcoming plot, making it pretty hard for a 4th character to suddenly get her powers. Furthermore, Marvel's approach to rely on reshoots, there were apparently extensive reshoots for Secret Invasion, and Marvel's tendency to reconfigure plot lines during post-production, sometimes you can pull that off, like the Russo brothers did that for Infinity War and Endgame and pulled it off, but I think it's especially damaging to the espionage genre, in which audiences expect characters to be a step ahead of us and outsmart each other and keep us guessing about their plans and to be brilliant master tacticians. Secret Invasion really just played out as a battle of idiots who could fumble the least. Like Fury and Gaia's Avenger DNA plan? That was so dangerously stupid. And Nick Fury's supposed to be one of the cleverest people in the MCU. If you're the kind of person who likes working on cars but doesn't have the room in your apartment for a full garage, then the Fast and Furious miniature collection from FanHome might be just what you need. FanHome is a brand dedicated to developing unique collections and build up models from your favorite fandoms, whether that's Star Wars, Marvel, or the Fast Saga. A FanHome subscription gets you magazines loaded with trivia and stories about your favorite fandom, but also everything you need to build your very own family of awesome physics-defying cars. The cars in FanHome's Fast and Furious collection are 1:43 scale models made of die-cast metal and injected ABS plastic. They're hand-painted, so every detail is film accurate, including the interiors. They've got rubber tires that you can steer and roll wherever you want. Rio, outer space, Rome, or just your next family barbecue. With a FanHome subscription, you'll get a new kit every month with easy-to-follow instructions on how to put everything together. You'll also get a Dodge Charger off-road model, an exclusive t-shirt, a mug, and 3 posters. But just like the movies, it's all about the cars. And family, but like a car-centric family. And look at these things, they're incredible. To get started with FanHome, just click the link in the description below. The second issue that I think Marvel struggled with is Secret Invasion needs Avengers. The reason Brian Michael Bendis' comic crossover storyline is so beloved is that it seemed like every Marvel hero could tie in with it. And indeed, everyone pretty much does. But in the MCU, in Phase 5 on Disney Plus, it's just really hard to pull that off so that it retroactively fits in perfectly with 15 years of an interconnected cinematic universe and still stay on budget. Like, at the end of the day, they couldn't afford to bring in Chris Hemsworth or Robert Downey Jr., or Chris Evans, or even Mark Ruffalo to show up. I think I'd pay Julia Louis-Dreyfus to do this, but I guess not. The series instead provided 2 solutions. Reveal one longtime Avenger is a Skrull, in this case James Rhodes, War Machine, but gave no answers on when that swap occurred, and even had the gall to ask the question but not answer it. So we're just kind of left guessing how much of a beloved character's storyline was made up of lies. There's no catharsis. The second solution they offered was this final Super Skrull battle between Gaia and Gravik, which did feature nods to over 20 MCU characters, and I'll admit, it was fun to watch. But ultimately, it was 2 characters we cared less about cosplaying with literal arm sleeves of more interesting characters. It's not the powers of those characters that we love, it's the faces and the personalities of Drax and Groot and Mantis and Bruce Banner and Thanos and the rest that really matter to the fans. That plus the goofy VFX of Drax's arm being way too small for Gaia's body. It just kind of left us feeling hollow. But the third thing that Marvel's really struggling with is a central vision and really an identity crisis. Ultimately, what Secret Invasion was missing the most, and I think what the MCU desperately needs right now, is a strong central vision for all of these titles and what identity an espionage-filled Secret Invasion series would occupy in the overall MCU slate. Like, when you look at Star Wars, Tony Gilroy was able to outline his vision for Andor and its Rogue One prequel timeline with dark, grounded spycraft themes because he was able to pitch that as a contrast to the Dave Filoni side of Star Wars, because Filoni has done such a good job defining that side of the brand. The fact that Lucasfilm saw that in Gilroy's pitch document and believed in him led to Andor being a quality, if underwatched, title. And yes, there was just some amazing goddamn writing on that show, because when characters were killed off, it mattered. Before Marvel Phase 4, Kevin Feige described it as a response to Endgame and kind of a reset. Okay, but for Phase 5, with Quantumania, Guardians Volume 3, and Secret Invasion, and the Marvels coming, we do not know what the central vision of Marvel is and what identity each of these titles is striving to hit, other than, I suppose, what She-Hulk made fun of Marvel for: CGI-filled, unfulfilling final acts. But Marvel has an identity crisis right now, which means some titles are going to be great great if the director has a strong central vision for it and the studio didn't interfere with that, like as was the case with Guardians Volume 3, but other titles are just gonna feel weird and confusing, as is the case with Quantumania. Secret Invasion just did not have its own strong vision for what the show was going to be about. It started as a show about political conspiracies and xenophobia, but really ended as a show about American overreactionism and married life. Like, imagine what Secret Invasion would have looked like if it opened with President Ritzen's address and then a montage of news anchors and world leaders getting assassinated, some Skrulls, some human. What would happen next? That is what Secret Invasion should feel like. That should have been the tone for the entire series. But instead, Marvel left us once again thinking, well, maybe the next one will be better. I want to know your thoughts on Secret Invasion as a whole in the comments below. If you like what we're doing at New Rockstars, please subscribe to all 3 of our channels. You can follow me on all social platforms at EAVOS. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye. Bye, guys. I did not understand a single thing again, in spite of watching everything. Yeah, seriously, this is... I think the SAG-AFTRA strike is affecting everything in Hollywood currently. Let's just hope Loki Season 2 is not much affected. It still goes because, yes, Loki has broken all records of Disney Plus, all shows and movie trailers. It has got the most views and people are extremely excited about Loki Season 2 and whatever they are delivering us into this show. Because just if you see the trailer, I've already given the reaction, you can see below in the playlist. Loki Season 2 begins only with the effects, only focus on Tom Hiddleston first. The rest of the effects are there already. I mean, that time shifting or whatever it was, wow. I mean, just that one beginning led us like, oh my god, what is Loki going into? But here in Secret Invasion, I mean, they have given nothing. The trailer was definitely a strong one. I definitely believed in the trailer that this is going to be an amazing show, but nothing. And yes, now again it falls into the question, is Kobe Smulders ever going to be back again in the Marvel Studios or the MCU? The question will remain just like for Chris Evans, Robert Downey Jr., if they are going to return or no, in case of the multiversal timelines. Here in this case, again, Kobe Smulders, if she is a part of multiversal timelines or no. Because the only 2 actors that are the same throughout the multiverses is only Doctor Strange and Rachel McAdams, ex-girlfriend of Doctor Strange. Only those 2 characters, and Chiwetel Ejiofor, who is one of the supporting characters turned into antagonist in Doctor Strange. So they are the only 3 similar people. Spider-Mans are different. The villains of Spider-Man are different. Venom is still, I think, quite the same. We don't know if Venom will also be the same, if Tom Hardy will play the same Venom in every universe, or they will bring back the actor from Spider-Man 3 into the Venom verse. So let's see. Yeah, I definitely have to catch on the rest of the Marvel shows and movies. I was surprised that for entire 2021 and 2022, Marvel has given so much and so much of flops. 34 hours and 22 hours of watch timings are there for both of them in respective years, but so much of flopness and so much of blunders and unnecessary identity politics, gender politics, and whatever they got into, walkings they got into, they got smashed down brutally over these years. Hardly a few things were good about these movies. Even Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania has not worked much. People have said that. I have to watch that movie. But guys, I think you should consider this as my mini review and the reaction to this as the final thing. I don't think I'm going to review anything more on Secret Invasion, because I've not understood the show at all. I'm not understanding what these people want to, what kind of a message these people want to give us to. And if there is anything more on Secret Invasion they're going to release somewhere else, then better be it. They better do something good with it. They better have a plan and plot to go around with. So anyways, thank you so much for watching this video, guys. I hope you liked this video. I hope you liked what your rockstars have to say about this. EA was my favorite guy. Please let me know in the comment section what you guys think of the Secret Invasion. What you guys think will be the future of Secret Invasion. Who are complete comic nerds and have read all the kinds of comics, be it Marvel, DC, whatever. Marvel comics, especially, guys, comic nerds. Let me know in the comment section what do you think will be the live action future of the Secret Invasion. Will they be able to do it as per your theories or no? As per my theory, it will be an extreme doubtful, and it is a huge hard work for these people to do, and yeah, it's going to be affected badly. So let's see. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'll see you again next time with another video. Till then, Hare Krishna, Jai Shri Ram, bye bye.